7:08 in the morning. It does definitely look clear ahead. So we could be in for an amazing window that they haven't had for weeks. We'll see. Notice the orange light on the bottom of my tacho there? That's the frost warning light. I had to clean frost off my seat this morning. It's now saying it's 4 degrees Celsius. Where we were parked, it said 2 degrees Celsius. So we're up at about 6,000 feet right now, probably going to about, I don't know, 6.5 or 7 by the time we get up there. Probably be even colder. Okay, Blue Marble Riders, we lucked out. I bring you Crater Lake, 7 o'clock in the morning. Absolutely clear. Sun's rising in the east. We're on our way to a boat tour. We got to be at Cleetwood Cove. It's 11 miles. The whole thing's 25 miles around, 40 kilometers or something. That's Wizard Island. That's actually a cone, a volcanic cone right there. You can see the level top. This is still a live volcano. Apparently it's not extinct, although they don't know when it'll erupt again. But absolutely beautiful. The water's absolutely gorgeous looking. Anyway, my hands are freezing. We're at about 6,500 for the lake. The lake's about 6,500 feet or 6,200 feet, so we must be close to 7, I would say. And damn it, if it ain't nearly freezing up here. It's August the 2nd or 3rd, hottest time of the year. Anyway, more from me in a little bit. Joy-o, I cannot believe how lucky we are. Amazing. They haven't had it this good for months or weeks. There's Wizard Island right down there. Probably very hard for you to see because of the sun. But yeah, very, very beautiful. There's lots of pullouts around the lake, lots of different trails, lots of different geological formations to go off and see. Trails vary from easy, moderate to strenuous. They go up to most of the peaks around the lake and some behind it. There's a place called the Pinnacles as well. And I think that's the smoke right there in the distance. It looks like something out of The Hobbit right now. All you can see is peaks rising through the smoke. It looks like Mordor. I mean, these pullouts must be gorgeous. We've got a date to keep. We've got to be 11 miles away, ready to claim our ticket for this boat ride. We got the last 2 tickets yesterday. Quite a climb here. Quite a climb. 9 degrees Celsius it says. My frost light's gone out, so I'm trusting it. Look at Mordor. Unbelievable. That's off the outside of the Crater Lake there, and all the smoke from the forest fires seems to have been settled down. Park rangers can give you tickets in the States, by the way, speeding tickets. They do enforce the speed limits in the park. The police don't, the park rangers do, and they're quite happy to give it. It generates a nice bit of revenue for the park. Love this helmet. It's keeping the sun right out of my eyes. Watchman Overlook, it says. Let's just take a little bit of a loop through here, despite my conscience. Let's take a look over there. Look at all the smoke in between the mountains. I don't know how well that's coming out on the GoPro, but it's amazing. We're looking obviously east because the sun's rising at 7 in the morning. There's that peak place up there. You can just see a little building right on top of it. We have so lucked out. This is the other side of Wizard Island. You can definitely see the cone now. Look at that. That is very cool. Well, I got to tip my hat to this guy. He's taken the RV and he's taken it all the way from Florida. He's here in Oregon, so I love this helmet. The peak on it is keeping the sun just below my eye level if I tilt forward a little bit. It's really nice. I'd have a real difficult time driving through this. Oh, this is a nice lookout, especially this time of the day with the sun shining on the other side of the lake there. Something I've always wanted to see. Must look tiny on the GoPro. So in order to get to the boats at the bottom of the crater, Blue Marble Riders, you need to take this trail down. It's a mile down and it's a mile back up. I'm imagining the mile back up could be fairly strenuous after becoming a bit of a blancmange on a bike for 5 days and not doing much exercise. So we're going to call this moral fiber. Anyway, I'll stop and take shots whenever it looks interesting. I don't know who you are, but kudos to you. KLX 250 Kawasaki, all the way from North Carolina. Absolutely amazing, out in Oregon. Yeah, I suppose you could have trucked it here, I don't know. But kudos to you if you did that. And a little reminder to a friend of mine who owns the exact same bike. No excuses, Andy. We've got a lot more understanding of the lake and the volcanic history. Quite interesting. 7,700 years ago, this thing erupted, but it wasn't an explosive eruption. It was lava and popcorn and gases coming out, and it left a great big chasm underneath the mountain, which was about 12 or 13,000 feet high. The highest point on it now is 8,000, so 4,000 plus feet of rock then proceeded to sink down on itself. Within about 12 hours of the eruption, it just crashed down because the cave, the lava, pool that was holding it all up was evacuated. And so that's the story between Crater Lake, and then Wizard Island erupted sometime later. That's a cinder cone. They'll never erupt again, but there are vents at the bottom of this lake that are hot, spewing hot water out, even though the average temperature is very, very cool. Only 5 boats allowed on it. 3 of them are the park boats and 2 of them are the scientific research boats. That's it. No bottom paint needed. There's no growth in this lake. There's no algae. There's nothing. It's the clearest water anywhere on the planet, and it holds the record of 144 feet clarity. 102 feet in the height of the summer, 144 the rest of the year. Watch out when you're on these roads. It was the same in Glacier National Park. When you're on these roads, you have to watch out because everyone else is looking. And the way to go around this lake, by the way, motorcyclists, is take the west circuit, not the east circuit. If you take the east circuit, you're on the other side of the road and you're looking through vehicles. So we actually haven't had breakfast yet. I ate a pack of snack mix. It was some sort of biscuity snack mix and a packet of chips. I got a Toblerone bar if I really needed energy. But the hike up wasn't too bad, actually. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Once you get into a rhythm, it's about half an hour to come back up. It's switchbacks all the way. But I think food is our priority right now, and I haven't had my morning coffee, and it's 12:29, and I do not want to get one of those vicious caffeine headaches. So, as all bikers do, we have to stop for coffee. And I'm going to stop for coffee at the lodge up here. We're going to be staying here tonight, and it's what I love about bikes. I've got everything on the bike with me. It's 25 miles, I think, the ring road. No traffic, because for days we've had the smoke and no one has come here. Cancellations up the yin-yang, so you take your chances, I guess. But it appears to have worked out very nicely for us on this trip. Mount Scott, no thank you. Not something I particularly feel like I want to do. I'm not sure what sort of view you're getting because of the death and destruction on the windshield here. Carnage there is incredible. I'm going to get a psychic in to, talk and have a conversation with these carcasses and find out, what their last thought was. What was the last thing that went through their head before they hit the windshield, and would they like to say any special goodbyes to anybody? And I'm going to do that. I will get Madam Trixie in. Oh no, Madam Trixie's the other one. Oh, she does something else. Smoke on the water. Deep Purple, I believe. I won't do that again, I promise. No more singing. It's an absolute nightmare for people. Listen to me sing. I have a feeling there's something to see down there, but I better keep my eye on the road as there are rocks everywhere and the road surface is somewhat deteriorated. Maybe we'll come back out in the evening too. Get one of those sunset shots on the liquid mercury that is Crater Lake. You get something like 400 inches of snow up here. It's not really drivable till June 15th, and there's about 8 months of winter, 4 months of actual accessibility. So this year, I guess it would have been June 15th to mid-July would have been the best time to come before the smoke, and then maybe from now on, who knows. But that last bit of July and the first day or two of August, it was 2.5 weeks, they were saying, was absolutely nothing. They've seen nothing for 2.5 weeks. I'm going to sit back this afternoon with a brew, and I'm going to read and look out of that lake and totally enjoy myself. But my stomach is gnawing a hole right now. I don't think we've been overeating. Okay, I may be lying. That's what you do when you come on these trips. You stop and have a snack here and a snack there. And my stomach is certainly used to a coffee and food every few hours, and a nice big meal later on in the evening. Totally the worst thing you should do for your diet, but I had 2 lovely pork chops last night done in a, oh god, this is hard on me, done in a Dijon syrup mix, and it was absolutely delicious, divine. And I couldn't share any with my wife because she's vegetarian. Such a pity.